The three main questions we get about 2023 are, will there be more homes for sale? Will the market crash? When should I buy a home in 2023? The answers to those questions from the experts has changed just in the last week or so. So we're going to talk about that and talk about what they're now saying. And by the way, our contact information is below. And if you find this information helpful, consider subscribing. We do a new video every week. So the first question, will there be more homes for sale in 2023? Yes, about 23% more, according to the National Association of Realtors. The main reason, more homes are sitting on the market since there's fewer buyers with these higher interest rates. And interest rates affect both buyers and sellers. Homeowners sitting on a 3 to 4% interest rate aren't too motivated to sell and take on a 7% interest rate for a new home. But as that interest rate comes down, homeowners are more likely to move forward with some plans they've got, like upsizing or downsizing, for example. Most analysts are predicting that after another possible hike in March, interest rates should start easing down. And here's an interesting perspective from Motley Fool, the investment firm. They speculate that high inflation could force some homeowners to sell because they're spending so much more on essentials that they can no longer afford their mortgage. And that may very well be true for people whose mortgage take up a large percentage of their income. They also say that if a recession comes, forcing people to lose their jobs, then they could be forced to sell. So those are some possible scenarios that could increase the number of homes for sale in 2023. New home construction, though, according to U.S. News, is expected to slow down in 2023, which really is too bad because if interest rates do drop, then there's a lot of pent-up buyer demand. Buyers holding out, waiting for interest rates to drop. U.S. News also say that builders may very well shift gears to build more affordable homes, which is really good news because affordability has been a big problem, especially for first-time home buyers. I'm seeing an uptick in the number of new listings in this area also has increased. So yes, there should be more homes for sale in 2023. Next question, will the market crash in 2023? Very unlikely. Now even more unlikely since we're seeing all these predictions about interest rates coming down rather than skyrocketing, as they were predicting not too long ago. Most analysts are predicting a correction, not anywhere near a crash. When that correction will bottom out depends on who you ask. Nadia Evangelou, Director of Forecasting for the National Association of Realtors, says this: it seems we have already reached the bottom of the low home sales activity. We expect the housing market to turn around in 2023 and rebound in 2024. So she is saying we've reached bottom and things should stay steady and then rebound in 2024. And not everybody feels that way. Fannie Mae expects prices to decline about 4% in 2023 and continue to decline in 2024, about 1.2%. Morgan Stanley has predicted a 10% drop in housing prices from June 22 to 24. So who is right? They both are. It just depends on the area you're talking about. The cities with the largest price drop predictions are San Francisco, Seattle, San Diego, Los Angeles. The cities with the highest prices have the furthest to fall, and those areas are among the highest priced homes in the country. I haven't seen anyone say that prices will drop more than was gained in 2019 and the early part of 2022. And some cities, according to Zillow, are going to be hot markets in 2023. Charlotte, North Carolina, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Dallas. For it to be called a crash, prices would need to drop at least 20%. And I haven't seen any predictions for that at this point. So crash, not likely. And then the last question, when should I buy a house in 2023? You know, even the experts with all kinds of data and demographics get it wrong. And they adjust their opinion all the time. The two things most analysts are in agreement on is that although inventory will remain tight, there will be more homes for sale in 2023. Also, that interest rates, after maybe another hike in March, are likely to start easing down as we get into 2023. What there is big disagreement on is what will happen with prices. Moody Analytics is predicting a drop of 10%. National Association of Realtors say prices will remain steady. Zillow adjusted their predictions for the 2023 market about 5 times throughout 2022. In July, they said home prices will go up by 7.8%. And they've adjusted that down several times. And now they're saying prices will go down around 1% in 2023. So trying to predict when prices will bottom out is an unreliable way to decide when to buy a house, especially if opinions are all over the place. The main factor in what will happen in 2023 has to do with what the Fed does with interest rates. Right now, the general consensus is that they will come down after a short hike. If the Fed starts giving signals that they're going to be raising interest rates in the future, then that will change the picture to a less favorable 2023 market. So the best time to buy a house should depend more on your own financial situation. Have some savings in the bank, a reliable income, and very important, plan on staying put for a few years. If you do buy a house and the prices drop, they will go up. Since 1970, home prices have trended up with some dips along the way. The biggest dip, of course, was in 2008. And there's a lot of reasons that won't happen in this market. The main one being the tighter lending practices. Okay, the video over there to my right answers some questions you may have about living in West Virginia, taxes, healthcare, stuff like that. So if you are interested in that, check it out. And I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week.